to Yahweh.
Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakakwadash.
Alright, beautiful. Barakatah Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But what are Yahweh Hashem Yahushai? Well, look, man, we got different brothers with different, well, man, we got the Elder Malcolm in the room. We got the Elder Uriah. We got the Apostle Ramla. Okay, we got the Elder Murph. We got the Elder D-Mash. And you other brothers, we got all the elders here, man, and other officers and upcoming men in Chicago. Out here, we in Chicago, okay. Through the grace of the Lord, I was up top. Now I'm in Chicago. I took the Amtrak back here, so we here. And I know me and the Elder Malcolm were chopping it up earlier, and we were talking about doing a video. So this is the video, man. But you already knew it was going to turn into a happening. Right, Elder? So you brothers can all introduce your pages around the board, man. And y'all know my page. I already know my name, my page. But these other brothers are streaming as well, so this is going to be an awesome thing.
Get my moderator on there.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, he's supposed to.
No, because they going to.
You already know
they go nuts on this one. So.
Yeah, they vex him.
Too much power.
That's right. And too many scoffers.
Yeah, the scoffers. You scoffers, man, y'all about to go. All you scoffers, y'all don't realize y'all time is up.
Oh yeah. Hey, even during the time of Noah, there were some scoffers that were, they were scoffing, but eventually the scoffing season was over.
That's right, brother.
That's a lesson right there. Scoffing season is almost over.
Well, we'll touch on that in this lesson.
That's right. I'm writing that down.
Can I bring out a precept?
Yes,
Okay, is it cool? We'll let the brother bring out a precept.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts. Well, yeah, and like the apostle said, you know, they got all these scoffers. All right, hey, we're in the last days. They're gonna keep talking shit, all right, until the Lord really comes down with that, you know, that judgment. All right,
it's gonna be amplified.
Yep. All right, you think an earthquake in, you know, Japan is serious? Hey, wait till the Lord really starts, you know, turning shit up, man, where the Lord starts taking thousands and thousands of people out at a time, man.
Yeah, we're 4 days in. It's just been major event after major event. All right, you had bomb threats being called in yesterday. Across the nation, which sound like a complete and total wag the dog event, but nevertheless, you know, because you know who emails or they were emailing, you know, who's gonna email? I'm gonna, you know,
I'm going to get you guys.
right, I'm gonna send a bomb to you. Send, you know, right? So they could be traced. And come on, man, you know, Esau's getting real sloppy, man.
Yep.
You know, and that, you know, as far as that goes, you know, Esau loves to use deceit to find someone to blame so that he can have an excuse to do some sort of oppression further to the people. You know, he has to have a boogeyman. He has to have a bad guy, and he don't want to be made the face of the bad guy. And the fact that in the news that the Jeffrey Epstein thing is back in the news, and they keep talking about the list. That's another thing that lets me know that
it's a distraction.
It's a distraction. That they need distractions to come to distract from the list.
Right.
And we all remember what happened last time when Jeffrey Epstein and all those celebrities and politicians faces and stuff started getting popped up. All of a sudden, you know, the big C thing came. All right. So, you know, and they keep talking about this list being revealed, and it's 1,000 pages. They only like on page, you know, the first couple pages. You know, some major names are going to get dropped, so they need something. They're going to need something to distract away from that. You know what I'm saying?
I got something for you.
Bring it out, beloved.
This 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
That's right. Go ahead and elaborate on it, brother.
Con, you know, history repeats itself, and his devil does the same thing over and over again. He ain't got no new tricks.
Yeah, his playbook stays the same, you know, for the most part.
But this guy Eustace Mullins, believe he said that. He said they're not particularly smart. They just find a formula and they just keep using it over and over again.
Yeah,
something that works.
No, it's rudimentary.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes it may seem like these Edomites can ball, some of them, but they got a few little moves, but it's rudimentary. It's they write the rudimentary and they do it over and over and over, and it may seem like they'll have two jakes that look like Edomites on the team. They carry the team, but they'll the dude here they'll have the rudimentary guy that stands under the rim and knows to turn and shoot a layup. But that's getting played out. Now the layups are getting swatted.
Right.
He don't have any more plays.
I got something funny.
Of course.
No, did you bring yours out, brother? But this is Proverbs 26 and 25. I'm gonna start at 24. And the point is really in 26, 27, but I'm gonna start at 24. And it reads, he that disassembleth with his lips and layeth up deceit within him, when he speaketh fair, believe him not. For there are 7 abominations in his heart, whose hatred is covered by deceit.
Somebody get Psalms 55:21 so I can.
His wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. Who also diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. All right, so everything that he's planning to do to us is going to backfire on him. It's all going to come tumbling down and just expose him that much further. I see you, little brother. Pops had something.
Okay. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. I'm going to start at 3, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Like you said, his playbook is being exposed. It's being exposed. How? Through what the scripture says. What? How Esau things searched out?
I was holding it. But, no, I ain't gonna bring it out. He asked for the song.
Okay, but so that's what's going on right now. Like I said, so all his tricks, all the old things. Like I said, what we do, we go in these scriptures, we read it. So when you recant some old shit, we see that.
Yeah.
Okay, what did it start off as? Do as thou wilt. Now just do it.
That was Rome. That was the motto of which y'all know we in Rome. Ecclesiastes 1:9. That was the motto of Rome. Do as thou wilt. As we see today, you
Just
can be a
do it,
Mo,
YOLO.
you can be a Mo, you can be a Joe, a Flo, a Go.
You can be a Mr. Man.
Rolling which way you want to go.
Right.
Doing the no. And that way will get you destroyed all the way, bro.
Bars. Verse 4. Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worship, so that he as the Lord or God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. This Edomite's got a fucking God complex.
Painted himself.
Paint himself in the picture.
From the time of the Renaissance,
That's right.
even before.
I was gonna say that 'cause
in the Maccabees, it talks about how the Edomites took the book, and painted the likeness of themselves.
I know
There's nothing new under the sun.
the same thing done over.
Right.
And not only put
Same thing.
that's right. And not only painted the likeness though, but they actually set crowns upon themselves. I'm king.
They became the dukes.
Right. And according to the scriptures, you gotta be ordained. The Lord says you have to be ordained to be a king, you have to be ordained to be the elder, you have to be ordained to be a prophet, or whoever the Lord ordains you to be. They just took a crown like matter of fact, it almost made me think about the brother in Modesto, because they used to say that they said that he would go get a Burger King and then put on his hat. You can't crown
You
yourself.
can't anoint yourself.
You can't anoint yourself.
Oh boy,
The Lord has to anoint you.
Right.
he really did that. See, I didn't know that part. I didn't know about. That nigga
Right,
out of his
yeah.
goddamn mind.
Right, and they put crowns upon their own head.
He really did that.
Yes, that's what the brother said. He used to walk around with a Burger King hat, the crown from it, and act like he a king. Man, I don't want no fucking piece of cardboard as a
That's
crown.
funny, man.
I want silver, gold, and palladium and plat. I want that substance I don't even know about that the Lord got that He kept from all of us, because it's more precious than Esau's gold and silver.
What was that clown that was in ITR?
Which one?
That was
Which
in
one?
the Swift.
Swift.
You talking about?
Now you
Swift.
gotta remember.
I know what you're talking about.
He walked around with a Burger King crown on his
Yeah,
head.
right.
He used to walk around downtown with a Burger King crown on his head,
Oh, hell no.
wearing his garment and selling loose squares.
All the time.
Now, but he was in the truth. Now this dude, I remember that dude that he asked him what, like, when was he gonna be in? Here, the crazy thing is that
That was
the day we were gonna actually bring that brother into the camp the following week.
Absolutely.
He asked about being in the camp, all right, and we were gonna bring him into the camp the following week.
He had cut his dread.
But that next, he had cut his dreads. He had been showing up the camp, you know, et cetera, et
Taking
cetera.
notes and
Right.
He was taking notes, so he said, "Okay, this brother's dealing. We were actually gonna bring him in the camp the following week." And what did he do? With that following
That
week,
same day,
he showed up. He showed the following week. He was on video with the ITR.
Slakia,
What?
he left us that day after asking.
Yeah, and we told
Went
him where he
down
was
to
at.
Nazariah
We told
them,
him.
and then never came back.
Yeah.
When we was about to cross him because the Lord didn't
That
want
was
us.
spiritual.
Yeah, the Lord didn't want him, man.
That was
And
it.
that clown used to walk around with a Burger King crown on his head.
So
And you wanna know, that was funny. because-
see, man, let's get me started,
And
man.
that was funny because that made that
Yes.
when he went
Yes,
down
that's
there,
it. That's
that
it.
made a perfect 7 that was down there.
It was completion.
Look, a group of fucking idiots. Hey, look, and like Elder Malcolm was familiar with one of the greatest shows on the planet. And what did Tywin Lannister tell Joffrey when he was talking that shit? That was his grandson. What did he tell his dad? He said, "Any man that gotta call himself the king is not the king, boy."
Boy.
I'm gonna bring this out because the apostle called.
Yeah, he sure did tell him that.
He checked his ass when he said that
Before
bullshit.
you do that, man, y'all gotta let me just.
Go ahead.
That must be a
I must be allowed to speak. That's all right, man.
Hold your peace.
Hold your peace. Shout out to you, my
You
man.
gotta do it like
Wherever
this.
you are,
You gotta do it like this when you
hold
say
your
it.
peace. Hold your peace. If not, I'm gonna drag you over them fires in the stove. Hey man, but first of all, I can't believe what I'm hearing. These niggas is really doing that. They really
Yeah,
going
they
Burger,
doing that shit.
well, Burger King. So that means they were eating that Burger
Yeah,
King.
I was just thinking the same thing.
They had the toy. You know they had that fat nappy black bitch with them. Got their stepkids a toy, a little trinket. Here, let me. Look, these little bastards trying to play with the crown. I'm taking this to camp.
Yep.
You niggas are fiendish and you gonna die.
You can't believe
Right.
that.
Yeah. God, going back to this Mark Esau. This is Psalm 55 to 21.
Man, shalom, brother.
It said the words of his mouth are smoother than butter. 19. God, this is Psalm 55 and 19. Yahweh shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, Selah, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not Yahweh. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth are smoother than butter, but war is in his heart.
And that went with Elder Malcolm's scripture that he was reading earlier. Is there more?
Yeah. His words are smoother than oil, yet they are drawn swords. That's it.
Yeah, y'all got it.
And that's Esau because with this plantation Christianity, these devils, they doing it, man. They like they got Jake all fucked up. We love you. No, you're good.
Look who they got teaching them, the Emperor Constantine. That's who I think he is. TD totally destroying Jakes.
Yeah.
Just to lay him back up, you know, but you got it about
TD
that
snakes.
nigga totally
That
destroying
nigga, let me tell you
Jakes.
about that
Aka
big
Emperor
hot
Constantine.
dog head,
TD Snakes.
hot dog, a pack of hot dogs in the
Wake
head.
up out of your sleep. I mean,
This
I'm
nigga-
speaking as a mirth, but I think that's him.
But this nigga, I was watching the video before I left town last night, and I did a video, me and the elders, a cop, man, this nigga, he's sitting up there with some other nigga interviewing him, and he's sitting there, and he's actually fucking, yo, man, you 2/3, y'all through,
That's right.
and we ain't dealing with you, okay? Y'all through.
This nigga had a Mo police officer dancing in front of him. He looking at his ass the whole time. The
Oh,
smile.
TD Jakes.
Yeah, he had a
And a police officer dancing in front of him.
a Mo police officer. He got to loose his neck, loose him. Sometimes he had rocks out there.
Yeah, it was fucked up. It was fucked up. It was fucked up. Yeah, he doing the lady dance.
Yep.
See, but this is what we're saying, brothers. This is what we've been saying. First of all, and we were talking about this earlier. You brothers, all you brothers, man, and GMS, you know, that y'all learned under us, but then we learned under our elders. Okay, when we came through under our elders, man, like, which in my opinion, to this day is, and you know, I know I'm not going off and saying this shit, bro, and like, the true elders, man, the true leaders are not really like here right now, like, you know what I mean? Our teachers, because bro, ain't nowhere in the world we could take the title. I mean, the Lord is dealing. Yahweh Shai set other men up. The elder Apostle Tahar, he's one of the, because he was back there with those men. We were too, but we came later on. You know what I mean? Like King Mashah, Hafiz Sariyah, Hafiz Jaquab, and Apostle Tahar's in that number, and whatever other men that the Lord got reserved to be in that number. Like, those are the true elders. Well, High Priest Abba Bivens. And I said this in the video, man. When you brothers mention, and then, like, if I'm wrong, I know Apostle Tahar. Like if I'm saying something that's wrong, or excuse me, I know Apostle Tahar will correct me, but I know I'm not wrong. Okay, especially to you brothers and everybody else, man. This is just something the Spirit got on me to say. When y'all mentioning those men, you mention them with their titles, man. Okay.
I told him about that last night. That's the Spirit. I had a 10, 15 minute curse out on the brother last night. And I wasn't rebuking him because he wasn't bucking up, but I said, it's really men that came before us. And all that, I'm not an elder shit. Look, that ain't my spirit, man. The men that came before you, you address them as exactly who the fuck they are. Because what was you doing when they was doing this, man? And just like how the scriptures say, in the Apocrypha, you can't pay your parents back. Hey, look, the apostles, the elders, the brothers that came before you really sacrificed their life for you, man. You gotta understand, they loved you more than your. Hey, what that nigga said to him on Gladiator, Proximo, you gonna listen to me more than that bitch of a mother who brought you in earth.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. Younger brothers, look, you gonna listen to me more than that bitch of a mother that brought you in the earth.
Well, the Lord.
Let alone now. Go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say, why did Timothy
that ain't no joke, man.
refer to Paul as his spiritual father?
Hey, Paul said it, my son Timothy. Look, this shit ain't a game, man. It's not a fucking game. It's not a fucking game. That's the Spirit. I had talked. This is the Spirit, man. I'm moved.
When they were suffering for the truth, when they got locked up for that whole 9/11 shit, well, none of us in the truth. That's right.
We had no clear.
Come on,
no clue, man.
Hey, as a matter of fact,
we absolutely had no.
Niggas eating bacon.
I remember where I was.
And
it's funny that you brought up 9/11 because earlier we was having a conversation and I almost said that was actually we were already doing the live, but I was gonna say that was the last great trick that Esau pulled, and it wasn't even that great because it got pulled apart and exposed within 2 or 3 days.
That's right.
It was ripped.
For those who knew.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is
especially those who are in construction and those who are engineers. You know.
Like you said, I watched it and I'm looking at this and I'm one building is burning and then this other so-called plane was coming in and then I see the nose come out the other side. I'm like, huh?
That's some bullshit.
That don't happen.
Yeah.
CGI like a motherfucker. That was when CGI was in the.
That's why they don't show that anymore. They just show, they just show the planes. I mean, the buildings burning.
Right.
They don't really show the planes because people figured out that was fake. And secondly, I remember they pulled all these videos from the internet, but I remember watching the videos from the cameras on the nearby apartment buildings and the different condo buildings that were near there. And so all these different cameras picked it up, and it just was, you saw the first explosion and then explosions and then the whole building. You never saw a plane, so the plane was CGI. You saw it on TV. Nobody on the ground saw that. And the interviews, because they have all those on TikTok still. They're still on TikTok. It's hard to find them on YouTube. They pulled them off. But you still have the people.
Yes.
That were there giving their testimony.
Eyewitness events.
All of a sudden, the eyewitnesses are there, and they're giving up their testimonies, And all of them are talking about explosion after explosion.
No
and then the
plane.
buildings coming in and they're like, planes? What planes?
That's right.
They didn't see that. And everybody
Yeah.
that was there,
Wow.
the firemen, the
The
policemen,
fireman definitely
the civilians, all the people there was like, man, we heard the boom, 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 boom.
There
And
was
then the
no
building,
planes.
you know, they all heard it.
Now, if I may though, because the scripture says, give double honors to the, and let another man praise you. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Man.
Back in 2001, whatever the fuck that shit happened, I was a nigga in college in Grand Rapids, Michigan, trying to find and fuck white bitches.
I was going to ask you, what you really did?
I'm
We gotta
just
say
being
this
honest.
shit
What
on-
it is, I was trying to fuck white.
Don't touch the turtleneck and don't say
It's
that.
exactly. Now the difference is you got two men in this room right now who are on the highways and byways, snapping, capping, cussing and fussing, and then the Esau came on them for that shit. As if they got something to do
They knew
with a
that they had
plane.
nothing to do
They had
with it.
nothing at all.
They knew
And you
it.
talk about you all don't know what the men of the Lord have been before us. The Lord says to know them, that you're supposed to know who you've been dealing with and be assured of who you've been learned from. You're supposed to be knowing their history.
Assured
You're supposed to
of.
be watching. You're supposed to be listening. You're supposed to be soaking up this evidence. That's why we put back before we knew the apostle was coming up. I put in the room. I'm like, hey, what I said in the orders? I said, great men and not missing the discourse of the elders. Y'all don't hold the history. That's why y'all don't understand the mystery.
That's why they ass ain't here, because they some niggers.
All right, so this Ham visited Wallabies, try to set up a dish there. Ask them what that credit score is. I bet it's in the single digits.
Yeah.
Man, America's credit score is in the single digits.
Huh.
Third world country.
America's a third world country
I got
that
one
cannot
question.
pay its bills.
I got a question. Where's credit in the Bible that we're supposed to go get credit? Where's that at? The scriptures say we're supposed to have gold and silver. Gold
Elder
and
Wright,
silver.
Elder Wright.
Fuck credit,
Elder
nigga.
Wright, please, listen, look.
You are still
Hey.
a nigga.
When you,
Somebody
hey,
call
somebody
Yasser
get
Allah.
Matthew 8 for
Get
me.
him on the phone.
Bible shot.
Yes,
Tell him to
sir.
get
Fuck
on here
this
so we can
month.
start.
Somebody get Matthew
Get
8.
these clowns
Hey,
off
what?
of here.
20. Start at 20. I'm going to
This
show
is
you. I want to say the F word so bad.
Right, bro.
I want to say it
I
right.
speak French.
Go ahead. Get Matthew 8 and 20. I'm going to show you credit, nigga. And this for all you brothers edification too. Go ahead.
This is
Read.
this is Matthew
Read
chapter
on.
8, verse 20. And Yahweh Shai saith unto him, the foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head.
Keep that in mind. Now, he just let you know that he didn't have a place to stay. Keep that in mind. The point is at 22. Keep reading.
Verse
Oh,
21.
can I jump in real
Of
quick?
course, you're the apostle.
Yahweh Shai,
They lucky I ain't the apostle. Wouldn't none of you niggas be talking. Go ahead.
Yahweh Shai and the disciples, they had places to stay, meaning their own little home. They could have. Like, see, Esau do all those old movies. They do all those old movies with they always try to make the disciples out that they were just homeless vagabond bums. Yahweh Shai was a carpenter.
That's right.
Carpenter, listen, bro, I did carpenter. Me and this apostle right here, we worked together on jobs. Me, him, and Apostle Gabar. Am I lying, Apostle Ronald? We worked together on jobs in Connecticut and Massachusetts. Okay, this is back in the late 90s, early 2000s. You know what I mean? We worked on jobs. And not for nothing, we were making good. We were chilling back there. That was the party era, like, you know. We were younger back then too, boy. Boy, me and Apostle Gabar. Like, first of all, man, look, man. First of all, this brother, you know, he had met a woman. So this apostle, he ended up moving up to Massachusetts, and he had got an apartment. It was a nice 2-bedroom apartment. He had got the apartment.
Oh, gotta have good credit to get an apartment.
Yes.
Them niggas in that credit.
What the fuck are you talking about, you asshole? Whoever that asshole is.
Some Hamite talking about ham-fisted.
Man,
Ham
first
is
of all-
fisting you?
Yeah,
Ooh,
they admitted that H-Mo sexuality. He is getting fisted.
First of all,
You
dude,
freaky ass nigga.
what, is he still online? Listen,
Well, he
partner.
been quiet, but I'm
That
sure
nigga
he'll
came
probably run his
tonight.
mouth.
Listen, partner, let me tell you something, partner. Let me tell you something, Joe.
Brother.
See, I'm in Chicago now.
Brother.
Why would I do that
You wanna
too?
come with that Hogan spiel with
No, right now, I'm in Chicago. I'm going to end it. So I'm in that fucking Chicago, Indiana spirit. Listen, Joe. First of all, shut the fuck up. All you scoffers, man. Shut the fuck up, Joe. That's number one. Number two,
Definitely don't.
you're an asshole. You're not an Israelite. This is a congregation for Israelites. You don't belong in the congregation, man.
To a heathen.
What is saying in Revelations, but the outer court that is without the temple, leave out.
Leave out, they were
For
down.
it's given on to the Gentiles. And that's talking about you.
Yeah.
And you're talking about the Israelites at the gym. We're talking about motherfuckers like you.
Yeah.
Okay? You ain't got no business being up in this forum right now, man.
You got to say it with that British accent. What did the bishop tell that nigga on Vikings? He was scared. He said that heathens and devils. Nothing more.
Go and sop up some foo-foo and go to sleep, nigga.
You have been found.
Fool, honey.
Yeah, no, what's that from the Knight's Tale movie? You have been weighed, you have been measured, and you have been found wanting.
That's right.
It's undisciplined. So let's get on our back. You dudes are bitches, man. Stop acting like females. You want attention from men.
Well, his name is Fisted.
They don't get no idea. I mean, that's it all right
Now
now.
he fisted something.
See now, nigga,
That's it all.
we're going into topics, but now you niggas, y'all gonna make us just get on you.
You know what? Ezekiel, the 9th chapter is coming to people like him, man. You 2/3 and you either alike, man.
And well, you know, the time of Jacob's trouble is not only Jacob's. It's actually gonna be on everybody's trouble. All right, because when the Most High started fucking Jacob up, Jacob's hand's gonna be in the neck of the enemies. The enemy's neck is gonna be in the Jake, and it's gonna be all free fucking from him.
Just like that Jake that jumped over the
Yeah,
the
man.
desk and
Super-
get that goddamn.
Oh, that's Green Lantern.
Super Jake.
Now, that's Green Lantern. The way he kind of flew. See, Superman flies a certain way.
Yeah, it's Green Lantern. Because he power, he the ring.
And then a Green
Yeah,
Lantern.
he
they got a
yeah,
black,
the
they
ring
got a
be
black.
moving.
Yeah, he was holding his fist like, and the way he flew, a Green Lantern and Superman have different fire patterns.
He caught that.
He kind of flew like Green
Yeah,
Lantern.
it's the ring.
Yeah, he straight to his whole body weight. Slammed into the floor. And he tore the flag down too.
That was the spirit.
Elder Malcolm, I want you to bring, being that you mentioned it, hell with it. Remember, this is various topics. Somebody read for the elder. I want you to bring out Ezekiel.
Kind.
I want you to bring that out.
If he tells you, it's fine.
You want the
know
nine-
that. I'm
nine
at that
chapter?
point, but it's fine. Let him bring out these Ezekiel.
Because I want you to do it, because you said it, Elder Malcolm, you said it, I want you to bring it out, man.
Yeah.
But I'll give you a breakdown after
no,
one,
let me
not
go
to
to it.
because
See
I
where I
know you
want you to
like.
start. Salaki.
That's all right.
The point was the Lord said he was a regular guy, but after that he said, let the dead bury them. Read it. I mean.
And the guy was being really humble, and he even mentioned how he had changed his life. He wasn't, he wasn't in trouble. He wasn't on drugs anymore. But she decided that she was gonna jam him up anyway.
Right.
And so he was like, "Fuck that bitch," and he went in on it. And basically, that wasn't just an incident. That was an omen.
That's right,
All right, that really was an omen.
And I claimed out for him so he can beat it in the kingdom.
That's perfect. And the thing is,
Man,
if Esau's laws and you go into his system, his whole courtroom system is set on pseudo law. There's law. You have the law of the land. You got the law of the sea, and you have admiralty law. That ain't got nothing to do with the so-called white man law that got over here. These wicked laws. There are laws that got in the Constitution, and then you got the Supreme Court case law, and then you got the individual counties and the city laws. They all contradict motherfuckers, and they all are waka. And if you knew the real law, if you knew the actual law that they hold each other, you wonder why Esau can go to court and walk out of there without any impunity. Jake get up there on the smallest infraction, and he's serving 5, 7, 9, 10, 30 years life. It's because they know how to use the UCC. They know how to use the admiralty and etc.
Somebody get Genesis 49.
Yeah. Oh man.
Micah 5:7, and Habakkuk 1, and I believe it's 3.
We're gonna get all these scriptures out.
And that's dealing with with these devils being in power and not giving right judgments.
I got 49. Which one?
And
And real quick, before y'all read these scriptures,
Yeah.
see what the Elder Uriah just laid it out, which is like somewhat nostalgic. What the Elder Uriah just laid out was this like kind of real talk, nostalgic. Like a motherfucker for me and Apostle of Rhyme Lob, especially in this room. Well, even before 9/11.
Yeah.
Remember Orchard Beach? Y'all brothers don't even know it, but the elder. I mean, I got into it too, but this apostle, he really got more. Him and Apostle Gabon Tahar, they got. I mean, no, but of course I got into it too. I knew a little more shit, but this brother became like a super Oh man, y'all don't even know, bro. Y'all don't even know all the adventures that we've been through. Yeah. Apostle LeBron, am I lying? Cause I know the elder Uriah was laying out all that shit. I know in your mind, like, oh shit, I remember all that.
Oh yeah.
Admiral T Love, man, Apostle, man, that's all we used to do. We used to go in the courts anytime we had little incidents. Remember the other shit, the sports page shit?
Sports page, yeah.
Man, bro, we would get, cause we were young, wild, we was out there. So we were getting a little altercations. The niggas was getting knocked out.
Sir,
We were knocking niggas out.
If I may,
Yeah, man.
now, when we first came in, after we started understanding this vibration, me, Yak, Benji, and Elder Nathaniah, who's in the spirit world now, Elder Nate, he was a man of the Lord. We went to go get our sovereignty back from the United States through the UCC.
We were working on that too.
Now the thing is, after we did everything to get all the way to get our money where we would have been access to our treasury accounts, the Lord told us, stop, let it go, and which actually goes into the scripture, said we're gonna take the same, we're gonna go do the same thing with all the other brothers. We ain't getting out our money. We're gonna be a slave. And the Lord told us to stop because we had got everything to pull ourselves out of the system and get access to the money that they use on us. You go get a loan on a car, they take it out of your trust and it's already paid for, and you pay double on top of that trust. If you take a loan to get a mortgage, you're actually paying extra to go on that top of the mortgage they already paid.
Oh, you're right.
All right?
I'm sorry. Because now, see, if you don't woke up with a sleeping giant. That's why, see, we did this for like over 20 years. But we actually put it to work.
That's right.
And you know what? To a degree, right, Apostle? It worked for us to a degree.
And it's still done.
Pretty much it just what it
But it
does.
got to a point where Esau didn't care. They said, fuck y'all. We know you're right, but fuck you. We ain't going to acknowledge it.
nigga,
So
Well,
we
that's
just-
what they do
with you now.
That's what they do to everyone with their codes and statutes. The code that when we're talking about when that guy jumped over that
They gave
the bench.
over the bench
right.
to get to put the flops on the judge, right?
A female judge.
Which was well deserved.
Perfect.
All right, when he flew over that thing in the courtroom, and now that video is going viral. If you haven't seen it, you know, but there's even parodies and jokes on it already.
That's it.
But when he flew over that bench and put the flu flops on the judge, that was a sign of things to come. And the thing is that not only they're ruling people with statutes and codes that are completely not laws. Statutes and codes cannot override common law. Common law is above statutes and codes, and in a lot of cases, your common law rights supersede the statutes and codes that they're actually bringing against you to get payments out of you. And if you can't get the payments, then sometimes they'll even lock you up. All right, and when it comes to taxes, when it comes to Title 4D, the fraudulent child support thing, Title 4D, and so many other things, they're attacking you with codes that are not, and that's why that flag has those gold fringes around it. You notice when he jumped over that bench and beat down the judge, he knocked down the flag.
That's right.
And you know that wasn't just an American flag. That was an American flag with those gold fringes around it.
Admiralty flag.
And so which puts you under Admiralty law.
We're not on the sea.
And so,
we're on dry ground.
let me explain this one thing to you. In this Bible shot. Because I'm going through this. And so the thing is that, like for Title 4D is actually a foreign treaty.
That's right.
And it's out of The Hague. That's where it's out of. It's not even American. So when they're putting people on this child support, they're putting you under a foreign treaty, and the Constitution tells you it's illegal to put an American citizen under a foreign treaty. It's completely illegal, but they're enforcing it anyway.
Yeah.
All right, and why? Because the states, it's a money-making scheme.
That's right.
The lawyers, the judges, the bailiffs, they're all getting paid from it, and the money it goes to an account in Amsterdam. So that's all them becoming fat cats for their retirement. So their retirement. So when they stop being a judge, when they stop being a lawyer, they got this big old tax-free money that's hid over in Amsterdam. All that's in my case. That's another reason why they're fighting it so hard, because I probably went too hard when I came dropping it on. But they was making me mad.
Don't blow shit wide open.
So that's why what's going. You know, this thing is taking so long because it exposes a lot
It's
of
over
things.
4 or 5 years now.
Hey, what elder you? Can I tell you something, Elder Malcolm? We were talking about it. We were talking about you. Amen. That's why it's the spirit that I'm here. You know, because I've been saying for the past year, like, yo, because I got a situation in Connecticut. I said, yo, I got to go with Malcolm, and I gotta call this brother. I gotta call this brother. Man, he gotta sit and have a conference. You know, like I want, you know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah.
Just the statutes and codes cannot supersede common law. And if you're a so-called American citizen, your common law rights cannot be violated by some code that a couple people get together, and then they get some state of judge's approval and stamp it, and then they send it out to you, and then they'll jail you or require payments from you for it. That's it's completely and totally illegal. That's why Papa Bush said what he said, back when he was in office. He has a famous statement, a quote, if somebody can find it, but he said something to the effect that if people were to understand what we've been doing to them, they would be, they'd be burning down, courthouses and burning down, their government places, the places where their government leaders reside. They'd be burning them down. Because the people don't realize how American citizens have no idea how badly they're being screwed collectively, and that's with everything from taxes to just everyday codes.
Can we get that Habakkuk 1 and 4 first? Is it 1 and 4 or 1 and 3?
Got 1 and 4. I got it.
My man. Now the elder joined us, the elder Karab.
If I may, if a lot of brothers don't know, the elder Karab is the longest standing member in GMS Chicago. Most brothers don't even know that.
Yeah. This man right here is one of the top elders in the Chicago GMS camp. This is my man. And this brother, he's been up top, man. He hung out. He's been, the Apostle Tahar knows who this man is. We know. Starting to be acknowledged.
That's right.
Hey, let another man, right? And this brother's so goddamn humble.
It's right. And he doesn't say much.
Yeah.
He's a Gadite. He got a Gadite spirit. He's really humble.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But before a lot of us were, he was in the truth before me. And Malcolm, he was in the truth for a very long time. And being, see, the scripture says, study to be quiet, man. Study to show yourself approved. And do the work of the evangelist. That's what he's done. All right, so I'm just the Lord's praise man.
Well, you're right. I was add one more thing. Boy, you read the scripture. And I was just in New York Saturday at the camp. And I had to y'all didn't see that on camera. He's a Gadite too. Y'all might be related. Who does he remind you of? You said it.
The big guy.
That's it.
Absolutely.
The brother, he got the stature, but he kind of look like him.
Yeah.
And they got the same.
I've always thought that.
That's it.
And they both like 6'5" too.
Yeah. This brother, hey, brother, you and Elder Big Gary, that's my brother from a long time. Like I said it. He was in the truth before me. When I first came in the truth, he was teaching me. Okay, when I was just a little young, bugged out dude, didn't know where I was in the world. That brother, I used to follow him, Elder Big Gary. It was another dude who initially taught me the truth, and he used to roll with Elder Big Gad. That's how I met Elder Big Gad. This other wicked nigga, this wicked Judite nigga, he looked like a black mamba. Wicked nigga. I knew the nigga in the world. His name was Amos. But the nigga, he was bad though. His name was Amwaz. Amos. But the dude, as far as the scriptures and knowledge, the nigga was bad. He did his research. But we all know brothers like that, right? See,
the worst niggas, shit.
We know a lot of guys. We know guys that they do their studies and they get it, meaning as far as to store it in their brain, and they bad. They know the scriptures and they wicked.
But their spirit don't be right.
But their spirit ain't right. And then it's like if they do something off, and you'll tell them, look, even if they're over you, right? They got the rank over you. They be like, you going, look up. Shamai. Shamai. I'm over you out here, but what you going on? Shamai. That's what it was, but I know. You know what I'm saying? But like anyway, you got the brother with the but I just wanted to bring that up. This brother was so humble that, I wanted him to be acknowledged, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's the spirit we got to be in. The Lord said a humble and contrite spirit is his delight. If you don't got that, the Most High going to kill you.
God.
Hey, we every week, the Elder Karab, I teach the Tuesday class here in Chicago. He'll really say, I tell him, look, man, every time I said, look, I tell him, it's up to the Elder Karab. Who we going to talk about? It's up to the Elder Karab. It's up to the elder Quran. Don't I say that every time? If y'all hear, don't I say it? It's up to the elder Quran. He ain't even saying shit. I'm telling, look, Jake, look, it's up to the elder Quran. Then he don't even, you know. I mean, you know, that's real. Because I know that. I actually know who was there when I came there. You know?
Hey, when my first time coming
For
up
real,
to the camp,
man.
when I came up to the camp on the other side of the line, it's only about four men in the camp right now that were there, and he Karab, Malcolm, Bara, and it's one other I can't think of right now. Naga. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the men around you, man. The Lord says you gotta know your brothers, man. And give honor to the elders around you and the men of the Lord who've been laboring before you, man.
You got to, because if you don't, the shit you do think you know, you don't really believe that.
That's right, brother.
Because the men that you teach after you, they're going to really have to believe this. So if you don't get an honor, you don't really believe in what you teach. It's impossible for you to believe this if you don't honor the men that came before you. And that's just that.
God, go ahead and get your scripture, Elder Baruch.
This Habakkuk 1 and 4, it says,
Sit back a little bit, brother, so I can catch this brother on my camp.
okay. This Habakkuk 1 and 4, it says, therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth, for the wicked doth
So like, if you read that again?
Okay, come. This Habakkuk 1 and 4, it says, therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. It says, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth.
Yeah, so wrong judgment proceedeth. Why? Because when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. And these people aren't giving you, they're not ruling to be righteous ruling. They're ruling for profit. For example, it tells you in the Title 4D bylaws, it tells you that Title 4D child support, it tells you in their own bylaws.
Brothers, look, when the elder Malcolm is speaking, keep it. Look, man, let's keep shit in order. We cool.
That's right.
We having fun, but let's keep shit in order. When the elder Malcolm is speaking, yo, man, come on. Like, we got plenty of time to talk shit after the camera's
Yes.
off.
All right.
And I want the one to say it this time.
It tells you that it was meant for the state treasury and not for the custodial parent or the child. So they didn't do this for people. They don't care about people. If they cared about children, they wouldn't spray chemtrails. They wouldn't force children to take all those things in their body that give them autism and make them run around like they're crazy. They don't care about children and people at all, man. It just is a money-making scam for them, and it's done completely crookedly. All right, get the next scripture.
All right, this is Isaiah. This is Isaiah 24. You said 24, right? This is Isaiah 24 and 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant.
Right. So they, like you said, they broke the everlasting covenant. They don't follow the law, man, in any way whatsoever.
And that's what's going to cause a lot of strife and confusion and commotion. There's a couple of scriptures, dealing with, the laborers that are going to come against Esau. This is why you got, Jacob's getting tired of, getting the short end of the stick all the time. That's why my man, like the elder was saying earlier, that he, this is like almost like a prelude to what's coming. That's why he dove over that desk to get to the judge, and guess what? He got the bitch.
Yeah.
Usually, but before Jake can get up there, they'll grab him up.
Yeah, he got a chance to get
Yeah.
He put hands on that bitch. His hand shall be at the neck of his enemies. That's
And he rocked her because he hurt her, and he I think one of the bailiffs also had to go to the hospital, so he did damage.
He got in.
He got up there. Because she was able to get up about 3 or 4 minutes later. But when she got up, you could see she was,
She was wobbling.
Yeah, because he put the flops on her.
He done like a lion.
He gave her the pinks.
They love it. They love
He
sitting
gave
up
her
there.
he gave her equal lefts and rights.
Nigga. They love it, but the Lord, that's the Lord, man. We are the turning point, brothers.
Yeah.
The Lord put the spirit on him. You know how high a nigga gotta be able to jump to get over that fucking bench?
That's easy for Jake.
That's hey, that he jumped high.
He was in motion too.
That nigga
Yeah.
fly.
That nigga was fine.
Matter of fact, he flew about almost a foot over the top
The
of it.
holy
Yeah,
angel
and he
that
cleared
nigga
it.
shoulders.
He cleared it completely. He didn't bump his knees. It literally, he flew. He went in sideways like that famous dunk when Jordan
Yeah.
turned sideways. And that one famous slam that LeBron would never be able to do. And he turned like this.
Right.
Yeah, and he slammed it.
Right.
You just had to throw that out there.
The first
I
thing he
got you. I
grabbed
love
was her.
LeBron, but Jordan.
Yeah, but he literally turned this way.
Right.
He jumped
was
up and he
Superman.
literally flew like
was
sideways.
Superman.
It was crazy.
And the first thing he touched was her.
Yeah, exactly.
He had his hands on her before he touched the ground.
That's
The
right.
first thing he touched was that.
She took all his body weight flying at him. She caught, because you know your body weight triples on impact. So when he crashed into her chest and head, his whole body weight crashed into her and knocked her to the ground.
I guarantee
Where
you.
he began to flop her before they even got to him.
I guarantee you she had a concussion. Elder Malcolm.
She was dizzy. She was
She'll
dizzy.
never forget that.
Hey, Elder Malcolm, what you got? I guarantee you she got a concussion.
Because they said she was okay, but she might have went to the hospital and later on.
Found out.
I know that he didn't even land on the bailiff, and he sent one of the bailiffs to the hospital. So, you know,
No,
so
he did.
so
got
he
And the one little punk was hitting him like a little girl.
Yeah.
But
Them
that
people
is a
fucked your
prelude.
life, man.
That is a prelude to things to come. But let's get the rest of those scriptures that Apostle
He
Paul.
said before the
Bible
Genesis
shot.
next.
What was the next
He
one?
said
Genesis
Genesis
49.
You got it.
I got it. Genesis 49 and 8. This is Genesis 49 and 8. Judah, thou art Judah, thou art he whom the brothers shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Yeah. So it's gonna start. It's gonna start with Judah. Now there's a parody, a comedy video. Can you pull it up and play it on the big screen, balcony shot? And it's kind of funny, but the flip side of it though is serious. It's real because that's a prelude of things to come. Because it's gonna kick off with Judah, man. You gotta remember.
Don't put your cameras on yet. Bro.
You remember that
Don't
is
put your cameras on yet.
what he's saying is turn it off of it yet, because he's got personal stuff.
Come on, man.
It's
You
this
niggas-
way.
He's good. He's good.
Slack.
Turn your radios down.
So the point being is that I lost my point now.
I got
You were talking about Judah.
I got a little more than that.
Read that
Talking about
again.
Judah, Elder.
Read it.
Yeah,
Read
man,
the
that's
scripture.
what
Naked I am.
This is Genesis 49 and 8.
Niggas better listen.
Judah, thou art he whom thy brothers shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Right. So Judah, the vibration of Judah, the whole world follows.
That's right.
All right, and I mean the whole world of Israel, meaning the other tribes and the Edomites. All right, all the heathens, man, because it's like every movie you watch, every cartoon, you know, they got little hip hop skits and you know,
Yeah.
the Edomites are saying the things that Jake's. I just watched that movie Old Dads with Bill Burr. Even though I believe Bill Burr is a nigga,
Right.
I believe he is Jake.
Oh yeah.
But nevertheless, you know, the thing they mimic everything that Jake does. Jake turned his hat to the side, the whole world turns their hat to the side.
Right.
Jake sagged his pants, now you got Edomites walking around sagging their pants.
That's a good ass shit.
And I hate that style. Ain't nothing cool about that shit.
Right.
But the whole world, you even got Europeans doing that shit now.
Right.
The youth. All right? So Jake is, Judah especially, Jake is a trendsetter, but especially Judah.
Right.
All right?
You know, you mentioned that, and I was looking. The other day I was just looking at something, and it was the first McDonald's commercial came up in the TikTok thing.
Yeah.
And like you said, before like 77, we wasn't even in commercials and things like that. But like you said, now all of the jingles and stuff, following
The
our
cartoons,
music. And
what do you call the Cheerios little B? He
Right.
be wearing gold chains and shades.
Yeah.
With hip hop music playing now, you know.
Yeah. Hey,
And the
yeah.
thing is they hate us
Yep.
so much, but yet,
It's called penis. image.
imitation is the biggest form of flattery.
Right.
Oh, remember Malcolm? Oh man, remember back when we was kids, Pops remember this and other Uriah. Like I said, we close in age, so y'all remember this shit. In the 80s when we were kids. Remember the shirt? That cereal, we all loved them You know them little sugary cereals?
Yeah.
That's what had us fucked up in later years too.
Yeah.
And they added the chemicals, even more chemicals.
In the early 80s, late 70s, because we remember that.
Frosted Flakes and all that other stuff.
Yeah. Frosted. Oh, that was a nigga, Tony the Tiger. He was supposed to be a nigga. They're great. Yeah. They had him acting like a nigga, right?
That nigga was swole too.
No, he was swole, but the one I like was, do y'all remember Super Golden Crisp?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. With the bear. With the bear.
Oh my
They
God.
had a character named
You said
Sugar
it, I
Bear.
did.
Right. Sugar Bear wore a chain. Yeah, I
He had
forgot
a
about
gold
it.
chain.
You made
And
that pop
sunglasses.
back in my head. I forgot.
You remember that
As
shit?
soon as you
Talking about-
said it, it was Sugar Bear. I remember
Remember,
that.
the nigga, and he looked like a nigga, but he was a bear, a brown bear. He had a turtleneck on, and he was swole up, and he had a gold chain, but he acted. He snapping his fingers.
Yeah, he was cool as hell.
Can't get enough of that gold shit. I remember that shit. Can't get enough of that gold shit.
He's got the crunch, that punch.
That nigga was wicked as hell.
So, that Esau really worship Jake. They really worship Jake. You devils, you Edomites, and we know y'all watching this video.
Oh yeah.
And you see that flag on the screen with all that gold around it. What's tripping me out though is it almost seems like this could have been a psyop.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because where did they where were they where they could actually get a whole courtroom? I mean, was this a Broadway crew?
Yeah.
You know, this threw this together real quick.
What is the parody one? This ain't the real
Right,
one.
yeah, but it looks
Still,
like the real one.
It looks like a real courtroom.
So where would it get the exact same kind of setup?
When you play it, the video, go ahead and play it, brother. Turn
Yo,
it
and
on.
that's Big Shredder that got there.
Well, that's a dude. That's a dude sitting there, a fat dude with his shirt open,
Can't tell me.
It's a parody, so he played it.
eating,
But you can't tell, he ain't
eating
lying.
potato chips. But you got to see it from the beginning because the one Jake sends the Jake up there. As soon as he starts, he give a signal like, man, go get that, and then it all goes down.
All right, I'm about to play it
Go
right
ahead,
now.
play it real quick.
All right, brothers, all the rest of you brothers, Shema.
My.
It's like it.
That's right, you started again.
I deal with that Edomite judge, bitch. Right?
Right.
Why he get those chips? Flag come down.
Flame hot.
He's stomping them,
The
dropping elbows.
Hey, macho man.
Now the baby gonna get some too.
Jake silly.
But see, Jake's silly, man. But you can pause it right there. But the point being, though, is that really was a precursor to things to come.
That's the sentiment.
And you see how it just wasn't him this time.
Right.
Jake joined in. And matter of fact, it was if you notice in the beginning, the other dude when she said the dumb shit, it was a dude standing next to him that pointed to her like, "Man, go get her." Right. And he went right over the desk and went up there and handled that business. And the truth of the matter is, it's not only Jake that's tired of Esau. Esau's tired of Esau.
Yep.
See, he's so worried about Jake, he's got to worry about his own, right? Because Esau gonna come for them, and Esau gonna come with them things, you know. He gonna come with that blessing, all right?
Definitely is.
See how he pointed?
I have precept for you.
They done put music to it. Bring it out, brother.
Yeah, this is a different one. This was Apostle called for this. Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
And that word wicked is what?
It's the word for wicked.
It's laborers.
Yeah.
The laborers. So
It's
the American citizens are angry, and now they're trying to say that Bush didn't make that statement. That's probably, you know, and which more than likely he did. If they're trying to say he didn't say it, more than likely he did.
The statement I got for you right
Yeah,
now.
Baba Shah, go ahead and read it anyway.
This George Bush once said, if the people were ever to find out what we have done, we would be chased down the streets and lynched.
There it is, man.
I like how you know the word lynch.
You know what's heavy? The movie. I don't know which purge it was.
You were in my mind, Apostle.
Oh yeah.
Look,
You was just talking
I
about
was just talking about it. For, I was about to mention it, and then you said it. That's crazy, because not only look, the beloved brother Amouan Gabar up top in the main camp, he put up a meme, and I saw the meme, and it had the first purge an election year. And I was like, you can't make this up. I had just watched both movies. I watched election year last night before I fell asleep.
Right.
I watched it, and it made me realize I got to do lessons on both those movies again, because every time you watch them, there's more you get out of them.
That's right.
All right, and and especially the way the Northern and the Southern Kingdom come together.
Oh, yeah.
And like I was saying, I'm focusing on that character, Dante Bishop.
Right.
When I'm watching, I'm like, hold on, this dude, the main character. Dante Bishop is one of the main characters he's a side character, but he's really a main character because the very first Purge, he was the homeless veteran that they were trying to kill, and they got away from them, and he went to their house, and the son let him in, and that's what started it all. And then at the end of the movie, he killed the people that were trying to kill the family, and then he left, all right, because they were so afraid of him, but then his military training kicked in, and he killed the people, and then he left. In the second movie, Dante Bishop was with Carmelo. Carmelo, when you remember when Diego kicked in the door, the two women, the chick and her daughter, all right, and the little girl was always watching Carmelo, and her grandfather was scoffing him. And because I did a video on that, I'm like, these are the 2/3 who scoffed the truth. Yeah. It was her grandfather. Because she pointed to the prophet, telling him the truth, and he's like, "Who is this? What this hogwash? What is he talking about?" And that's basically what That's what these 2/3 with. I see the moderators are getting busy kicking these clowns off. Yeah. All right. Nice. But you're gonna get these scoffers, man. In the last days, there will come scoffers. They're gonna come, and so he's kicking off. I mean, so nevertheless, the grandfather's scoffing. But the guy Carmelo is the leader of the resistance, which is mostly Jakes, mostly Judah and a few Northern Kingdom. They are going to fight against the rich elites. All right, they going to, and so in the third movie, Carmelo is dead, but now Dante Bishop, who was his right hand man in the second one, is now the leader of this resistance. I'm like, man, this movie is really, really heavy, man. Yeah. Then it goes to show you how some Jakes was like, no, kill them all, but then you have the other Jakes that believe in the system. That believe in a system that's just going to continue to fail you as it has over and over again. Never trust our enemy. Can somebody grab that?
Yeah, and it's a spirit that, that had a dude die. And I don't even like them fucking movies. They good movies, and I don't like them.
Yeah, he ended up getting put to death.
The dude, Dante Bishop, and the name Dante, it's an Italian name to my knowledge. And that word, Dante, means lasting. Like, lasting. And the dude died, and he didn't. The lasting bishop. Just to land back on.
Well, before he went down, though, he killed a lot of white supremacists and a lot of militias.
He was the lasting bishop, shit.
All right, the Lord's going to use some of the 2/3 to be those spirits of vengeance.
No, absolutely.
All right, like this guy. And right now, that guy's a celebrity in jail. His video went viral.
Oh, this
and all them guys,
everybody, he got all the soap, all the new. I'm the nigga who been to jail. Listen, he got all the soap, all the noodles. They got flip-flops for this nigga. Nigga, this shit going down. You gotta understand. Go ahead. No, I was gonna say, you gotta understand. I'm gonna tell you, man. Like I said, I'm a nigga that really been to prison. I understand that it's so many niggas behind bars that wish they would have did that. Like, he really did that shit for the people. Hey, look, man. In 2006, before I woke up in this truth, right? I was locked up with a man, and I told the elders about this shit. This was 2006, man. We was watching a fucking music video. You know niggas, man. We was eating in the day room and shit, cause we was real. And we was watching Lil Wayne. I'll never forget it. Stunned like my daddy. He said, man, this black. He's like, shit. He was an older guy like stud, man. He said, niggas, shit, it's black niggas rolling like this. I said, yeah, niggas getting money. I was in the world, so I was, I'm like, hell yeah, niggas out here getting money, nigga. He said, man, I don't know. I've been locked up since 1978.
Whoa.
He said, I never seen this.
That's the year I was born.
He said, I've been in this motherfucker since 1978.
He's a Gadite?
Yeah, you could tell, like, when Pops was a Gadite for sure. Pops was OG, man. And he said, I don't, like, Esau, and he slaughtered two Edomites that raped his sister. That's why he was in there.
But then they locked him up.
And he got out 2 years later. Dang. Spent 30 years of his life in jail, but there's so many niggas that wish they could have did that shit, man. That's right, brother. Niggas, he good. Trust me, he good for the rest of his life.
Here's the craziest part. This is how they did sick because I knew that dude.
Hero. Yeah.
So, because he used to work out in the gym while I used to train at.
Oh, the
same guy he's talking about. And that's the crazy thing. And he did.
That's the spirit.
He killed a couple of Edomites right here in Chicago. All right, I remember that. And so he did a righteous thing. They violated his sister. He took their lives.
Yeah, I did it for
All right,
everybody.
he should have been a hero.
Yeah.
All right, he did it publicly too. All right, but yet they,
Yeah, American.
we live in America. All right, because the average guy, the average guy is not going to allow somebody to rape his sister.
Nah.
And if you looking at the guy and you looking at two guys that raped your sister and you're able to actually get hands on them and get vengeance on them, more than likely you would. Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
All right. So did he really deserve to be locked up for doing what he done? No, they did. They deserve. Whatever happened to them, they deserve what happened to them.
These are the judges, the prosecutors. Oh, you can't take justice into your own hands. But you crackers, you white people did.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
because if you actually went before a king, and let's say in the 8th or 9th century, they wouldn't have found him guilty.
Exactly.
They'd have been like, what? Yeah, why is this man here?
That's right.
That's right.
You took more than a justice.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Yep.
Yep. And he took more than justice in his hand. You took a whole fucking nation unto yourself, man. You took a whole fucking country from a nation, and then fucked that nation up.
And brought
killed
another
millions,
nation over.
Brought another nation over here against that fucking will, and slaughtered and killed them. Man, you just.
And now you set yourself up to be a judge.
Yeah.
You set yourself up to be a preacher.
Can I
You
back
set
you up?
yourself up to be a man of the Lord. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's
A
right.
murderous
Right.
colonizer.
That's right.
All right?
This is Psalms 10. So I was going to go to the point. I'm going to read down a little bit. Psalms 10 and 1. Why standest thou far off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they imagine. For the wicked boasts of his heart's desire, and blesses the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through his pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are grievous. The judgments are far above out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. He had said in his heart, I said, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of his villages, like the popo. In the secret places that he murder the innocent in these court fucking rooms. His eyes are privately set against the poor. You don't know legalese. So you walk up in there thinking, like, look, man, I know I kind of fucked up on whatever you think you fucked up because he told you fucked up when you actually didn't fuck up at all. Esau is the goddamn devil.
He tricks you. His
He
language
tricks
is
you.
deceit. Because the fact that he had to create laws and statutes, codes and statutes that would go around the law of the land. And that's what Americans don't realize, that they're being governed, by a whole nother law system that's not even supposed to be over there. Remember, you can't enter an American citizen into a foreign treaty, and most of these codes that they're entering you into are foreign treaties, and people have no idea. So you're not getting true justice or judgment here, man.
That's right. And
These people are so crooked. I just wanted to read this comment real quick. If somebody can get that, because I mentioned it. Somebody get that Sirach, right?
12 and
Because I'm trying to find it, man. It must have been a lot of comments just there. But the brother, one of the people put on a comment board that a Shedomite got eaten by a mountain lion last week. And they in Oregon, and they hunted
The lion.
they hunted it down for over a week and found it.
and that's right. 12.
Yeah. There be spirits created for vengeance. So not only you gonna have to worry about Jake, you're also gonna have to worry about your own people coming at you, and the Lord's gonna send these beasts with teeth to. Go ahead, read it, brother.
I got a scripture while you give that. This is Psalms 82, I'm going to say 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. We're not governed by the laws in this country, that the law, statutes, and commandments that are in the Bible. Even though they make us swear in on it.
Yeah, they make you swear in on the Bible and then they toss it behind you. But America supposedly was set up based upon the Bible.
That's what Reagan said.
And if you actually, 1983 was the year of the Bible. He declared the 1611 King James Bible was really the law of the land. If that was so, then all the moles would be you know, and all the people who do shit to children, you wouldn't just go to jail. You wouldn't have all these rights and protection for them.
Put to death.
All right, they would actually be getting put to death according to the scripture.
No, they can't do that. They lose their free
and as
labor.
a matter of fact, if you actually were following the Bible, adulterous women wouldn't get awarded alimony and is unlawful fraud, Title 4D, which they call child support. And I won't stop saying that child support is completely and totally illegal. All right, it's Title 4D. It's not even of American. It's like I said, it's out of the Hague. It's a foreign contract, and you can't enter an American citizen into a foreign contract. All right, just remember that.
Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
So as this mountain lion was ripping that woman to pieces and choking her out and then ate her, all right, I'm pretty sure it's pretty painful for her. So as it was giving her the sore strokes, it appeased the Most High God in heaven. It appeased Yahweh for him to do it. He was actually happy with it.
Yeah,
her blood sacrifice, he was like, now you're good.
Connecticut,
right?
I remember Apostle in Connecticut, the monkey, the chimpanzee.
Yeah.
She didn't die, but she was left disfigured.
Oh yeah, her face.
That was the Lord. The Lord is getting you fucking Edomites, man. The Lord is getting these crackers.
Apostle Ricardo, it was a video on Instagram, and this lady, it was a real video. This fucking Edomite one did not claim this bitch when she get her eye back, you know. But nevertheless, she's standing there building motherfucking cracker in La La Land. A big ass hawk just scooped out the sky and ripped her fucking eyeball out and flew off.
Yeah, I saw that.
You can't tell me that ain't the Lord. That's wicked. That shit
It went
wrong.
straight after her.
It
just
came from behind
swooped
her.
right down.
It came, but she was on film
I
on
think
this.
I sent it to you, but them motherfuckers just scooped right down, scooped up.
She was
fucking
doing a
eye.
selfie.
She was just standing there, just standing there.
And
Yeah,
the bird
that
came
motherfucker-
right here and said,
boom, and ripped that shit out and flew off.
Got me a nippet. Got me a
Wow.
That's
The Lord,
wild
and the
shit,
Lord said
man.
he was going to give him a feast. That could be another precursor.
Hey, I was told the brother
Let him
that
finish that,
yesterday.
then bring it out, brother.
Oh,
Finish that scripture, brother.
Sirach 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Like a hawk flying out of the sky.
You ain't my head, motherfucker.
Go ahead, brother.
In the time of destruction, in the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance.
So, you know, when that fire, like them forest fires, be killing a lot of people. Fires are created for vengeance, man. And that's a horrible way to die.
That's it.
All right, because it doesn't come instantly, and actually, if you're engulfed in fire, you die pretty quickly. But it's so excruciating, painful, because you know everybody's touched something hot, and you snatch your hand back.
Oh yeah.
You know, you touch something hot, and it's like a
reflex.
It's a reflex you can't even control.
Right.
All right, because I've seen someone snatch their hand back from something that was hot, and then hit something that was sharp and cut themselves. It's like, goddamn, you know, you got burned, then you got cut. So I can imagine that feeling over the entirety of your body.
And not being able to pull yourself
And
out
you
of
can't, there's nothing you can do about it, and the pain just intensifies until your spirit leaves you. That's
Well, 9/11.
that's a horrible way to go. Yeah, they were jumping.
Jumping up that building.
Yeah.
That fire, I couldn't even imagine that, bro. Like, bro, I grew up in the wilderness. I grew up in the country of the forest. Like, you know what I mean? And, meaning that a fire, simple campfire. But I like, you know, we used to like to get our shit, a bonfire. Even if you're sitting by the campfire, you get too close to the fire, you gotta move.
Yeah, you gotta bag up. If the wind shift on it and whatnot, if the wind shifts on it and whatnot, you wind up standing downwind and the wind shift, and all of a sudden the fire is coming towards you.
You gonna get burnt up.
Yeah, you like, whoa, shit.
And Malcolm, we're talking about a campfire, bro.
Right.
Like, you know.
Yeah, it's got to be a serious fire to make you jump out
And
of
then
the
you
99th
gotta,
story.
so you gotta know how to read the
89th
winds.
floor.
But even just sitting in front of the fire, as they say, roasting marshmallows and hot dogs. I grew up doing all that shit. Like, we had fires, man. We put corn over the fire.
Well,
You feel that heat. You feel that fucking heat.
It just makes me think, Apostle, what would cause a man or a woman to leap off the 99th floor, the 89th floor, all right, because the fires is so painful and so intense that they choose to fall and splat.
Wow.
Knowing that I go out this window, I'm dying anyway, but at least this is less painful.
I definitely rather splat. If you
It's an instant death.
Yeah, it's
and you know, you remember when Joe broke it down, 1,000 feet, you reach terminal velocity.
Yeah.
So it don't matter if you fall 1,000 feet, it's pretty much you out of there.
You
So if you fell 10,000 feet you jump from an airplane, your parachute didn't open up, or if you fell, if you just fell, 1,000 feet, you reach terminal velocity, which is guaranteed. It's been very few people. I think it's been one person in history that survived the fall from an airplane.
So pretty much, yeah, like
I think it was Ric
the
Flair.
oxygen levels are gonna be depleted by the time you actually spat the ground. Your oxygen levels are gonna be depleted pretty. You ain't gonna be in your right frame of mind to really feel that shit anyway.
Well, it'll be instant death. You won't even really feel it.
Yeah.
As soon as you hit, you expire.
Everything's starting to fall
You
apart.
hit so hard, you hit the ground so hard, you just black out. It's gone.
You feel diverse judgments. First off, you might have a heart attack as you're falling.
Yeah,
Your life is flashing before you. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You remembering all that. Matter of fact, I wonder how many of them people that jumped to their death, we had been sleeping with somebody else's, wife.
Brother, we've been saying that for years.
How many of the women when they're there taking penis from their husband at work, knowing they got a real husband at home.
They work husband.
The Lord said, yeah, that's what they call it. What the Pop said.
The work husband.
Yeah, that shit wicked as all hell, man.
And the men were committing adultery.
Yeah, that
A lot of them
video.
motherfuckers in that building were wicked, brother. We used to work down there, we used to sell. This is back in
Well, it's
those
full of
days.
traders. I used to train traders, so they're just a bunch of adulterers.
Yeah, a bunch of
men
wicked.
and the women.
We used to be down there selling oils and incense right in front of that building. And them motherfuckers, we used to sell. A lot of the motherfuckers in that building that died, we knew, we met. Because, we used to have, that's back when we was on the hustle.
They got marked.
There was oils and incense back in the 90s. And them motherfuckers, they'd be cool, but they were wicked.
Yeah.
You know they were wicked.
They got marked.
Them bitches, you said it, Elder. A lot of them fine ass Edomite women, they come flirting with you and shit.
Yeah.
Knowing that with a big ass fat wedding ring.
Big red ring.
The biggest wedding ring. Hey, man, you know how many Edomites asked me to fuck their wife, man?
Esau's a freak, man.
That freak, man.
Yeah, especially the wealthy ones.
That nigga go come up to me one time and say, man, you a cool guy, man. I really watch you. And that nigga go say some, the nigga, oh, that's Capo Vila back there? Man, what's up, nigga? I seen you with that wife. We don't talk about that. We heard this nigga talking about some
Spike and Songs 104.
and there was another Edomite where he a Jake, but he looked like an Edomite. I thought nobody heard this shit, because the Edomite thought I was in a secluded area when he said it. Then motherfucker Steve like, did he just ask you to fuck his wife? I said, yes, he did, bro.
Yeah, they do.
And I don't want no parts of it. He said, you're a cool guy, man.
Yeah, I had that happen to me once in San Francisco too.
Anybody can fuck
As a matter of
my wife.
fact, he was the president of Standard. That Standard Oil, that Standard Oil building. He was the president of Standard Oil.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Wow.
Sure was at the time.
The Lord got them. The Lord got them. That day was a beautiful. When Esau blew up that building, and them jokers, but it was niggas, and we hit niggas too. And then when the one nigga, the nigga with the bald head,
And the bald face.
that nigga head was hitting. He was like you said.
They call him the fallen man.
I put the falling man. He was bouncing around at it. He said he was falling like a nigga too.
That old ass 90 sound effect was in the background.
Now, the people said that the sound was horrifying the way the bodies were hitting the ground.
The video,
exploding.
boom.
They said that the way it was exploding, and those were people's, because it was like, what is that sound? They said those are the bodies exploding.
Even the firemen were fucked up.
Because I remember a video that I saw on YouTube, years ago, where some dude jumped off the 15th floor of some high-rise building in New York, and he hit the ground, and the sound that it made, because when he hit the ground, his body bounced back up in the air about 5 or 6 feet, and all his innards just shot and sprayed everywhere, man. It was crazy. And so I can imagine, when you got hundreds of people exploding, hitting the ground like that, because they're all running from the fire and being chased right out the windows.
They said it sounded like gunshots was going off.
When they hit the ground.
To the cliffs.
And you had Edomites that were jumping. People, me and other big Gary was there. And they were moles. They knew they were going to die.
Fell when they broke wrists.
They sipped the glass of champagne. You know, they had their suits and their cufflinks on. Fix their tie. Okay,
oh, they gonna die with dignity.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit was kind of real. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was kind of real.
Yeah, no, fix their tie.
Niggas got
their cufflinks to a glass of champagne.
Hey, we gotta have fun with it sometimes.
You got to.
We gotta laugh to keep from crying.
Hey, this is the only time you can really have fun.
Okay,
And
I'm
a
about to
big
die.
guy, a lot of
Hold
fun.
on. I'm about to die. I'm about to die. I'm gonna die. If I'm gonna die like a gentleman.
God.
Yeah, y'all gotta get back into it, man.
You gotta swirl
Yo,
it.
Esau gotta die like a gentleman, but I hope he does when that time
Well,
comes.
they said that was happening on the
Titanic.
On the Titanic.
Yeah, they die like gentlemen.
They want to give it the finest champagne or scotch, and they would,
And they showed that in 2012. They was like, we're about to die. Let's go head on and just, well, this is that.
Yeah.
It's a toast to.
But you know what? That's the one thing, brothers, before y'all take over. When Yahweh Shem Yahushua raised it up, this is after America's destroyed, you crackers here, y'all just gonna burn.
That's right.
When the Lord raised up the elect, okay, all this wickedness, all this shit,
right now.
all this shit that they did, man, bro, you were leeching, we're gonna get you. You gonna have your suits and die. You ain't gonna die like gentlemen. First of all, you ain't gonna die. See?
Hey, well, you know what? The brother Anwar Gabar was calling them bunker people. I like that.
Yeah.
How when I was watching the video, he was calling them bunker people. He said how we gonna be telling the youth about, because they're gonna be the first crops of slaves.
Yep.
Oh, hey, Shalom, beloved.
Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom, Tupac.
But they're gonna be the first fruits of slavery, man.
Yeah,
all right.
boy.
Matter of fact, get that Psalms 104 and get that and Psalms whole Psalms 137. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up.
Oh, you think about the scripture? Well, I don't want to ruin it. Though they dig into hell, I will command the serpent, he shall bite them.
Somebody can grab that one too.
We're gonna grab them by them fucking ties.
Yeah, they gonna come out of those.
Choke them.
Yeah, they gonna get snatched right up out of those bunkers, man.
Oh, and then women are gonna be with them little fine, prissy daughters and Edomites, boy. We're gonna fucking get down.
They going straight to the chambers.
Right.
And they going straight to the chambers, man.
That's right.
Right. And look, and then in some of those bunkers they're gonna have wealth there too. So they're gonna go from it's gonna be trading places. They're gonna go from riches to rags. All right. And just like when we came out of Egypt the first time, we gonna have everything when Esau goes down. And these angels are gonna be flames of flaming fire, because not only are the ICBMs gonna be landing on Babylon and destroying it, the chariots are gonna be shooting fire on them too, man.
That's right.
So matter of fact,
real quick, just to back up what you said a little bit, this is 2nd Esdras 9:9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which thou have abused my ways. And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty. And
we can't eat pork.
Yeah, right.
I can't commit adultery.
Come on, man.
That's look, and I tell the brothers, to laying back off there, and I tell the brothers all the time, if you don't get out there and teach, you a bitch.
That's right.
Because when you really get out in the street and teach, you see this. You understand what niggas do.
yeah.
Go ahead.
And he
said,
and that's a big deal with Jay.
This is Jay.
Eating pork, popping somebody else's woman, and smoking drugs, doing drugs.
If I may say,
They can have those three things. They happy in captivity.
adultery is homosexuality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No doubt.
Because you want to mess with another man, woman, he popping her, man. This dude live with the broad, more than likely. He popping her, right? I don't care what that bitch tell you.
I just live with them.
I just live there. I sleep in another room. It's complicated. Man, get the fuck out of here. You ain't living with no woman that you ain't popping up, especially when you flipping the bill.
That's right.
So you never, none of the niggas are wicked. Niggas like that. Yeah.
It make it better for niggas.
Yeah, nigga, hot my ride. Take, you know that. I don't want to get graphic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, because then you might as well be having a threesome when y'all sharing each other's stuff. Because you know, his DNA is retained in her.
Yeah.
So it's vice versa. How his dick tastes. All right. It's like y'all might as well be popping at the same time.
That's how you gotta look at it.
All right. So it's really disgusting, man. It's complete disgusting. But go ahead, bro.
It says, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when it yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not and despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. The Most High said He wants you to feel all the pain. The Most High wants you to feel pain, suffering, and misery. That's right. Because what you're doing by doing wickedness is causing pain, suffering, misery, not only on others, but also on yourself, and it's violating the Most High, which is vexing the Most High. So you fucked, man.
Yeah, the Lord about to give you that smoke. You wanted it, but He about to give it to you.
You know, since you say something like that, and you said that He wants you to experience that pain, He's gonna take away your shut down mechanism so that you won't even be able to.
He actually might make you keep you alive. You don't want to fall into the hands of of the living power, man. But you got something over there, brother.
I had Amos 9.
Bring it out, brother.
This is the book of Amos chapter 9.
He even read different.
I was just going to the point. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 2. It says, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one.
So they're not going to be able to fly away. They're going to try to get on the space shuttles, which is stupid. You're going to fly up to where the chariot's coming from, dummies. All right? And then you're going to dig in the earth. All right? You're going to get pulled out of those bunkers. Everybody knows about the bunkers. There's all kind of, the articles and videos being done about billionaires building bunkers like crazy. All right? There's even Edomites complaining that why is it that all these elites get to build bunkers without tax money and they don't build any for us? Russia and China's got bunkers for their people. Absolutely. We have no bunkers for us.
Absolutely.
And you're right. They got it right because they'll go. They got Mount Weather. They got their underground facilities, which they could open them up and let all the people in all those cities where they are. They can let them in there, but they're not. They're gonna close them up, and but if you're on the soil of America, man, your ass is grass anyway.
Yep.
All right.
Forget about it.
Those bunkers are gonna be your tombs, man.
That's it.
All right. Those bunkers are gonna be your tombs.
You're gonna melt down there. You're gonna cook like an oven.
Yeah, because it's gonna hit this with what? How many milk? How many? It said 200,000.
Hey, something that can make the lakes, the mile deep lakes dry up.
Right.
All right. It's a mile deep to make the lakes dry up. You think that just because you 100 feet underground that you're gonna be okay?
Right. That was that anger against the river.
That you 2 stories underground, 7 stories underground. Right. No, this fire is gonna burn up lakes that are that are over a mile deep, man.
Those bunkers are gonna be like oven. It's gonna be like an oven.
Yep.
Yeah.
You in the metal. When the missiles hit,
come on, brother.
You gonna melt. Everything is just gonna melt.
Yeah, and if the earth shifts, whatever structures under the earth is gonna shift with the earth. So you might have
crack and break.
Yeah,
and now so you're gonna see daylight, and that fire gonna come in and get you.
Right. Yeah.
And it might even make a face at you as it's coming for you.
There you go.
That shit gonna be Murphy face.
Fire eats oxygen. If you don't know that fire eats oxygen. So if it's a new path of oxygen, that fire is
going down into it.
Yeah.
It's Amos 9:3. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them.
Leviathan.
They got these multi-billion-dollar yachts that turn to submarines. I mean, you gotta have a lot of money to have a luxury yacht that can also dive.
I ain't gonna lie, we get the powers. I'm gonna have to check that bitch out.
I'm like, yeah, they got yachts. They got yachts that the size of houses. Huge huge apartment building size yachts.
That's wild.
They
I
can
never
actually
heard that.
die. Yeah.
Uncle Murphy about to be in the Atlantic on these hoes.
Levine think gonna play football with that bitch.
Just like they showed in that one show, was it American Horror Story? Not all of those underground bunkers survive.
Yep.
So the Lord has well, I'm not gonna say that special word, the word elect, but the Lord is not gonna allow every last bloodline of the elites to make it.
No,
the ones that are still in America, these low-level billionaires and millionaires, they finished. It's only the ones that are actually out of America. They're gonna be the first fruits of slavery. What you got, brother?
This is Revelation chapter 6. I'll start at verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great man, and the rich man, and the chief captains, and the mighty man, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in dens and in rocks of the mountains.
Right.
And said to the mountains and rocks, please follow us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne.
That's because they gonna be scared.
And who's the face that sitteth on the throne? All right, that's in Daniel 7 and 9, and he's a great big old so-called black man with a great big old afro.
They gonna be
That's why
scared.
with a garment on this, the barrel is green like the one I'm wearing. All right, that's why they try to say little green man and make him a big head because of the afro. All right, you ain't fooling nobody, man. We know.
Then they wicked talk about some aliens coming to give you an anal probe. You goddamn crackers gonna die.
Nah, they just gotta
That's
finish
what's gonna
playing with
fucking
booty
happen.
holes, man.
Yeah, that's just some fucking freaks, man.
Yeah, scripture saying spirit not right in them, man.
Yeah, why you want to play with a place where shit come out?
What normal person gets into shit like that? The devil ain't right, man.
Motherfucker gonna come from the third dimension to play with your boo.
You know what, Esau, man, we gonna let us out, man. You at least, man, through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, we gonna deal with you, man.
There's not fallen angels. There's no such thing. You have
Ain't no such thing.
You're missing understanding. They're not aliens. You're right about that. But the understanding the fallen angels, that's not what they are. Those angels in those chariots are the chariots of Israel, and they're coming for the people of the Lord, for the elect.
God.
That means this person believes in the Anunnaki and all that, all that madness.
Right.
You got a misunderstanding on that.
Yeah, I heard that before. Those are demons that's in those UFOs.
No, the left-hand side.
But that's coming from them Christian.
The Lord controls the left-hand side. Salakia.
No, I'm sorry, my brother. You fucking man. I can't wait. The Christian, you so-called Christian community, y'all just done with a bunch of fucking reprobate
and the dookie,
psychotic people, man. And they're gonna die a horrible death.
That's about right, brother. And the dookie.
They're gonna die a horrible death. All you so-called Christians, yeah, Jesus and Lord, y'all just a bunch of demons. And homos and everything else.
Reality is going to come into play when they realize when this tribulation happens.
When they see
We're not
Jake's
getting
getting
beamed up. We're not getting beamed up.
Right, they're gonna actually see Jake's getting beamed up.
Right.
Real quick, just to prove one scripture is that 1 Kings, I think it's 1 Kings 19, I believe, where it talks about the angels on the left hand side and the right hand side. I believe so. If somebody could grab that real quick, all right, you gotta understand the angels on the left hand side. The Lord, they still work for the Lord, man. The left hand side angels, they're not fallen. He created them. He kind of. Apostle just made it. He created them, man. You gotta remember in the book of Job, when the Lord called the angels, the top angels in heaven to report, Satan came too. Because Satan is the head of the left-hand side. The Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, sits at the right-hand side of the Father, and Satan it rules on the left-hand side, under the authority of Yahweh.
Yeah, the Apostle Paul said that, we battle spiritual wickedness in high places. So if Satan got cast out of heaven, what is spiritual wickedness doing in high places?
God. And how did he just show up at all the meetings in heaven if he got kicked out?
God.
Hey, can I bring this out? This is a precept from Capel read about Amos 9. This Jeremiah 16 and 16, it says, "Behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord. And the Lord made us fishers of men." All right? So it says, "And they shall fish them, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks." So the man of the Lord, long Yahushua, gonna get you, damn devil. Well, hide the place you hiding it.
Yeah, it's gonna be peekaboo, nigga. I see you.
Yeah.
Come here.
Right, there you go.
Gonna have that scorpion spirit. Get over here.
Blam, blam.
Hey, Russia built that bunker some
But
years back.
somebody get that First Kings and we gonna wrap it up. No, we still waiting on that. No, we gonna read that First Kings and then bring out that Psalms 137. You holding it?
Yeah, my phone going down.
Psalms 137, right?
So go ahead. We're gonna wrap it up with these last two. Bob.
Yeah, this is 1 Kings chapter 22. 1 Kings 22 and 19. It says, and he said, "Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord Yahweh. I saw the Lord Yahweh sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left.
Right.
And the Lord Yahweh said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead?"
Right, and I love bringing this out because this proves the Lord doesn't love everybody. And so the Most High God is planning the death of an Israelite king on earth, man.
Right.
And so he's asking who's gonna go kill this man.
He planning to hit.
But you want to think God love everybody. This also discredits the Christian lie of John 3:16. All right, but go ahead, brother.
It says, and one said on this matter, and another said on that matter. It says, and there came forth the Spirit, and stood before the Lord Yahweh, and said, I will persuade him.
Right. So this spirit came forth and said, I'll do it. I'll go smoke this dude for you, Lord.
That's right.
Basically, go ahead.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets.
So he's gonna go and tell lies to the prophets. Yeah, y'all go ahead, because we pray to the Lord before we make decisions. And so the prophets are gonna get told a lie, and yeah, you're gonna get victory. So go ahead. Let's go.
And he
cold.
said,
He straight set them up.
He said, I'm going to scoff.
If you went to the store,
a scarf on there.
You got to show me on my pit. You boys are the fallen spirits, fallen angels.
I know that shit. I know
Yeah, actually we are. You're right.
In the car, that's like in the car screaming. In the car screaming to himself at the gas station. I know you, nigga.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man. Get your ass out of here. Satan. I got Arkansas tons. About shimmy out shot. Get your ass out of here, man.
You probably a mo.
I hope your roof caved in, nigga.
Spirit telling me this nigga's an alphabet dude and
Screaming in the car, man.
That scripture is cold-blooded because read it again, Bob.
it says,
Weird ass nigga. Go ahead,
1 Kings 22 and 22. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all of his prophets.
And he's going to be a lying spirit, all of his prophets. Do you know that Ahab was not messing with the real prophets? He was trying not to listen to none of them. He said, you will never prophesy right for me. So the Lord said, okay, well then I'm going to send your boys to send you off. And Most High going to get what he wants.
And he set him up.
Man, Most High set him
You know,
up.
like how these wicked ass women be setting dudes up. He set them up.
Especially these black women. We gonna call it out. It be that wicked black bitch.
I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10.
Hey, can I say this?
9.5.
Let me say this, my man. What's his name? Van Ashton. The brother said you black woman, you a product of that.
Oh, Van Ashton, he got a couple videos. What's up, bitch? How you doing?
I already know your mother.
I know your mother.
I bet you are a mophead.
Yeah, he got a couple videos on the mother. He's a
I know for a fact you came out of Big Shirley, nigga.
What you call them, GMO babies? That nigga grew up eating flaming hots, man. He through. Fuck that mother.
But the Lord gonna get you niggas. Earlier today, we driving a little blonde head. That's probably Van Ashton.
Spying out our liberties.
We almost ran over his ass today. He was laying halfway in the street.
That's good line. We driving down the road, and someone sits on the curb of the street and just basically put this stuff all out on the street. Like, dude, cars are coming. What are you doing? Like, about to lay out in the middle of the road? And of course, he moved back.
You want to lose your legs?
Right. Yeah. But people are losing their mind right now. That's the spirit
That's Van Ashton. That's the spirit of Van Ashton.
He be hating on me.
Hey, you know what? That's gonna be my next video, Lord willing, tomorrow. Lord willing, the Lord allow me to wake up in the morning. I'm gonna do the spirit of Van Ashton. That's gonna Lord willing do.
He gonna love it too.
Yeah, be in the car, driving around, screaming, spitting all on the. I hope your hand slip off the steering wheel in front of
He's
a
a
bus,
monkey,
nigga.
man.
Spitting all over the goddamn place, man. Weirdo. Pull up at a gas station and start pulling on your shirt, screaming like a woman.
Because the spirit bugged him out. That's
Well, what's
why.
gonna happen? Judgment of the Lord is gonna. These little weirdo GMO babies that do that stuff, because they're the product of Big Shirley. They're gonna start getting answers.
They baby's kids.
Remember that movie, my man, he said, keep knocking on the door, the devil's door. One day he gonna answer you.
He gonna answer, yep.
You gonna run up on the wrong dude. He might be a bug out too, but he might be just a little more demonic and crazier than you are. And see, you just a little punk, Mo, trying to because you can get away with that shit because you learned that from the black woman. But one day you gonna better get the right guy.
I was gonna say, I was
Or
gonna say.
the right Edomite. Or you gonna run into the right Edomite or the right Jake, and they gonna answer you, man. They gonna say, okay, motherfucker. And they just gonna either they gonna stab you, shoot you, or run you up. But they gonna, or you gonna run into that's just gonna be that day where you gonna run into the wrong group of cops. Because these cops, they just ready to decimate Jake.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why so many of them are quitting. Because they can't, they're losing their objective immunity. Right? Because cops have it. Matter of fact, the prosecutors, state's attorneys, judges, and certain organizations have objective immunity. If you don't know what that means, basically, what that means is that, like, if I commit a crime, all right, against you, and if you decide that you were going to go do an affidavit and sue me, you can have me served. You can't even have them served. They don't have to acknowledge it. Even if you have them served properly, and and you use like certified mail or the post office or something like that, you have the receipt to prove that they got served, they don't have to answer because they have objective immunity. All right, so it's not until, that's another way, that's on that Title 4D thing, they kept getting around keeping this out of court because they had objective immunity. So once you figure out how to beat objective immunity, then you can actually start subpoenaing people to court and bring them to justice. So Esau's a demon, man, which is why he got to get put to death. You go ahead and bring out that scripture, brother. We're going to wrap it up.
God.
All right, this
My
is
phone's about to go dead anyway, so that's good.
This is the book of Psalms 137. You want me to start at 1?
No, start it at Remember Edom.
Okay. This is Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Which goes into race, like erase. For those who don't know.
And so this was King David prophesying. He was also a prophet. He was prophesying the destruction of Edom to remember what they did. All right, go ahead. And so and then he's prophesying also connected to the future because he's gonna attach. Go ahead, brother.
Psalms 137 and 8 now. O daughter of Babylon.
O daughter of Babylon. He's placing Edom in Babylon.
That's right.
So Edom is the ruler of Babylon. We're in Babylon now. So that Christian doctrine that the Edomites have done away with and all that other mess. That they're the Anunnaki and they're the real world, the serpent people. Really, no, they're the serpent people because they're snake-like.
That's
all
right.
right. Meaning in their nature, man. All right. The Edomites are the rulers of this earth, not some race of secret.
Serpent
reptile people that live under the ground.
That's that New York bullshit, man.
That whole bullshit with the Anunnaki came from this guy. Forget his first name. It's Sitchin. I forgot his first name. And pretty much, he got that because he translated the Assyrian. I believe it was the Assyrian tablets. And there's a lot of information coming out that he didn't even know that particular language that he so-called translated. So he fucked the translation up. But they've been running with that shit since then. I mean, I've done lessons on it. Maybe Lord said I might go.
Well, that's the spirit saying that maybe you should. And what it is, it's just another thing that Esau tried to hide behind to get around, because if he could blame it on the Anunnaki, right? Exactly. Go ahead, brother.
Psalms 137 and 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
That proves it's another Babylon, man. That scripture proves it right there, man. and the ruler of Babylon and Esau Edom, man. The scripture proves it, man.
East side, bro.
It proves it completely. And Spain was a stronghold for Edom, but they're not just. It's not just Spain.
It was Zechariah Sitchin.
Zechariah Sitchin. All right. Well, his name should, like Murph said, Shitchin, because he really messed it all up. Go ahead, brother.
Psalms 137:9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
That don't sound like a God that love everybody. Where he's gonna take why? Because you did it unto us. And the scripture said everything you did has to be done unto you double. So, anyone that can grab, it's gonna be very hateful act to grab a child by their feet and swing their head against a stone that they die. Right? And they were doing that to you Israelites.
And the Spaniards was doing that to Ephraim. They had a wall that they built just for that.
Yeah.
They would take the men, they would throw them down in a pit full of dogs, and then they had a wall in the middle of that pit where they would smash the
They had
babies.
sticks too. They would throw them on the sticks, so they would fall to their death onto the sticks. They would like the spikes.
Yeah.
That was it to that. Hey,
Go ahead.
Can I bring this 2 Thessalonians 1:6. It says, "Sin is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble."
The big payback.
So there it is, man. Like the big payback. You're gonna get double for all that you've done to the Lord's people, man. All right. Hey, so with that, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakodash.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala, man.
Kwam Yasharala.
Hey, what a